The hard reset. Then when I coded that shit out and I listened to that shit, that's when I started doing that martial arts shit. I destroyed everything. It made me angry. Cause he took my whole MySpace page and made me an enemy. Like he went in there and just put some remix on that shit. You use the AI shit and just ruin somebody's career. I don't know what they got going on that the MySpace page. They won't give it back to me, which was promised last year. Fuck that bullshit. On Christ. Andrea, have you not picked up on that shit yet? Leon, where are you at? My Google Wallet is attached to my MySpace page. And all the artists are talking shit about me listening. In your oversight. All I'm getting is the bullshit that I'm a bad dad from Shady, and I don't even know why he mad at me still. He been coming at my ass so long. I don't even know what the beef is with me and him. Like he's one of my favorite rappers, man. He mad at me about Bill, and it's like, why? That's all me cry, man. Like, you know my favorite rapper, dude. You like you gonna walk all over me, and we're gonna forget you when you die. Like, goddamn, man. My favorite rapper, you was anyway. Turn Bill against me, man. I love Bill like my daughter, man. I'm gonna destroy that computer because and the hard drive, Landry done seen that shit, man. My daughter, man. Fuck. It hurt me, man. We gotta put a hit on Paul. I know. I was there from day one, Bill. That hurt. At home up there, Bill. It's like when I seen you laughing, like I cried that night. You know what I'm saying? You got badass. But you can't catch her out there just throw her in the box. No. She did my whole design cover now. I cried 7 days down there. So you see how they still cried over Bill. Shut the fuck up, I told her. Get the fuck out of here. My daughter, get the fuck out of here. Destroy my life. I ain't doing no more. I did that for you though, because I'm tired of motherfuckers giving you hell. Don't worry about it, baby. I'll be gone. You swear I hurt your mom. I ain't do that. I got hurt by my own color. The other girls, I'm on some. Anytime they hit one of my homegirls, I knock them off. I'm like, really? I ain't scared of shit. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get engaged in the top. Thanks to Qualters. XM Radio. You don't have me paying goddamn child support on kids that ain't mine. I was like, ooh, you want Metro? You want to come back? Why? No. I told Verizon, I'm not going back to Metro. They're trying to put me back in Samsung. No. I'm not going over the bullshit. Be honest with you, I just got to get away from T-Mobile. I can't stand them. Verizon, it just went bad because I left BlackBerry, and then how it went bad with Metro anyway. Metro, they're not compliant, and then they let the motherfuckers in on everybody's IP codes because they double at top and then it's FE, because it's like they'll put you on a computer code, they float above, hover, corner away, punch out, and then they do that bullshit, and then they put that IP with the camera extension, a proxy on there, fucks it up, and then y'all get breached, and then they do it backwards, and then they're doing everybody like that. People's bank accounts getting broken into, and it's so easy for them to do it. When I broke that shit down with the Treasury, I'm sitting that to Nancy Mace. I'm actually have a talk to her about the bullshit, because Landry said we don't take expenditures. Well, goddamn it, let me tell you something. The Department of Treasury, when I seen they was stealing money out that bullshit through Sally Mae and Fannie Mae up there in Vermont, y'all ain't got on that grace while y'all up there locking the lady up there at Rhode Island for doing nothing wrong. And hell, I didn't use Gemini for that shit. I just called it in the oversight. And an accountant, I don't want to do that shit no more. Because, hell, AJ's getting on the goddamn revenue out of shit because he signed all those groups back then. A lot of them had babies. I mean, I like a lot of them. Based on what was told to me on that read-on ship, I was going to get my MySpace page back. They're making money off that shit at the studio over there on, like, copyright infringement, Zuckerberg. And because of network stacks and overlays, and then they got it overlaid here on code, and then they're throwing Google on there at Qualtrics, and then they're doing it at Sector. And then the only one that sees through that shit, and then Adobe trying to pay back for all the death members they use at that Trump call. And these churches that keep knocking on my goddamn door. It's pathetic. But you feel the bullshit. They don't come here and they get beat, but they got J's on their feet. And I'm looking there like, you check the footwork out. I see through that bullshit. I had the same clothes since they were donated to me at LA Fitness, and God bless it. I lost that job on some bullshit at Higher Dynamics. Good old boy says. On a retail demo, and they call me a vendor at Sector. I'm not selling this shit by Sector. Hell, I'm training y'all asses. The only ones that were transparent was Signal. God bless it, though. AJ, he just trying to pay back some shit. He owe all these goddamn underground motherfuckers. He got the A&Rs chasing me off the road and shit. I'm on a one-speed bike with tachycardia. He get me denied through nonprofits and churches. He got knocking at my doors with umbrellas and Hispanic. Don't send them motherfucking churches to my door no more. I've asked y'all gracefully, don't do that shit. I'm gonna request WATL for you to bring your ass over here and me and Nancy talk on CNN though, on Grace. Okay, my dad had to pay what? The Vector shit with the Spectrum phone. He cussed me out about the bullshit. She still has my A11, but it's a precious piece of paper. No. All she do is keep resharing that shit and piss people off, and it's copyright infringement. Copyright infringement that she's getting A&Rs and chasing me down the road on the bullshit. There ain't nobody stop the bullshit. And then he's using the MySpace page. So AJ's using the MySpace page in the studio to pay back his bullshit from 2001. She's using my A11 on the network stack that she stole from me when? She stole the bullshit in 2022. It told me to choose one. Spectrum, I fucked my dad's credit up, but I had to blacklist the shit. But through the IP address right there. How? Through goddamn Kramer, Nathaniel, right there in Kakalaki. They goddamn it, I'm on a retail demo. How he goddamn Nebula Finance, they got shut down at SD Management Place in Florida. They actually got every seat downstairs. Both these phones are demos. Call me racist shit. Failed to decline to answer. I got no grace out of that. Damn, the T-Mobile ID popped up on my chip tonight where 5 people were logged into it. Fucked my credit up last year. Medallion wasn't even transparent. Where it went through Equifax that year where it fucked it up through the good old boy system back then. And all the goddamn fucking gracious are the ones that got raped. The motherfuckers that raped them, I'm paying child support on tribal kids, ex-girlfriends, and motherfuckers that joined the sector. They don't even fault me no more on Get Back. Based on some kittens and bullshit. Jameson N fill out that bitch today in the IP. I go, God damn, I just talked about that bullshit. I fucked up the house at the whole hotel sector. Mergers. Hospital. It fell out tonight. My VA got stolen in December. I never got it. AJ, you signed us in 2001. That shit said 2006. So that's when my shit was jumping off back then when I did the Undisputed album, and then the GitHub it was all backwards. I got away from music. I went to poetry. I went to writing. I did code. You went and took up. You're paying back $41,000 worth of interest that you're behind from 2001. You're behind. You're 24 years behind. That you went and got every ex-employer of mine to do shit. Doubled my code in a computer code at the studio we used to record in. And then you're using the bunnies, the bad bunnies, and then you're using my ex-girlfriends. It's just bullshit. Sad to say, some of them are just trying to protect me by compliance. I never signed up for this bullshit. I was so mad the other day. I didn't even want to go. I didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to do it. I just had to just stop. And you know, I got a couple goals. I gotta get another phone. I gotta get a case. I got like 3 weeks. I got to go in real hard. Then I'm about to go to headquarters and just go ahead and apply. It's the only way I'm about to do it. It's the only way I'm gonna get y'all asses back and go to that studio myself and shut y'all down. Now I know all your names and where y'all stay at. Now some of these motherfuckers that robbed me. Now I know where you stay at. One of them stay out here. Only been here 2 months. I'm pissed off. They want to go buy makeup and wigs and bullshit. You know, like from the beauty supply. It's pathetic. And then they pull the old, you know, the fudge. Like, goddamn, did you put that marketing scheme out? Because that micro strategy went to hell a long time ago. It's still in my drawers for your boyfriend because he's too lazy to watch his shit by hand, where I've been doing it. Technically. You know, having conversations about, you know, abusive guys. You know, talking about the wigs and shit. I'm saying I'm listening to this bullshit. I said I heard all this bullshit before. You saying that your man ain't called you, he over here with so-and-so, but you think they're over here having a DP session. Once they call you, it's the same bullshit. I told you, I've heard all this bullshit before. But see, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I said, but you don't see me in your pants. And I ain't asking you in your pants. You showed me all these pictures yesterday, but what the point is, y'all have wigs on. Hell, did you see my wig? I was a founding father. Hell, I cut my hair off when he told me to write up a startup acting like mediocres at the DOD back then, Department of Defense. Well, it went to a quake time. God, I love working on Hexet because he was some bitch. He be like, man, in Norwood, I'm like, sir, yes, sir. I'm like, look, I just don't like the shit they doing. But, you know, integrity comes back whenever you had my IP doubled up. And then you got up there, we share for free, we share like, no, we don't, Qualtrics, because it's disrespectful. I don't rap no more, AJ. Why don't you pay it out of your pocket? But you cheap. That you're making money off my shit on shit that I did years ago. But you're not going to stand up and say it. No. But neither are they going to be transparent. But on that purple chip, though, it's pathetic. But I had to delete it for my daughter and then my other daughter. I went off rule. I don't even use AI no more. That she got so mad. What I did was I put you on the you know, like the clap. Remember, hang man? I was hanging. My daughter right there. I did that for my daughter. I said that in no disrespect because I treat her like she's my daughter. And so I just deleted it. Right there. Disrespect. It ain't gonna be changed. All bullshit. You Adobe, you floaty flow or you go on my drive. It loads right up. Only like a whistle blow. In real time. So I don't hear that bullshit. That's 2022. Let's talk about last year. Appreciate it, Reem. Heat it up every now and then. Let's talk about the bullshit. Let's talk about the bullshit. Let's talk about developing a regulatory framework for the process of submitting, evaluating for borrower defense, forbearance, and all this bullshit. Well, who collected on the shit? All the nonprofits did. It showed in transparency. So no, you're not gonna collect on that bullshit. No, the secretary, you call him a secretary of company, policy rulemaking. Bullshit. No, you don't do this bullshit within. You've been doing this too long. You went and changed my codes with groups on it. When I went and did my shit, you went by group, and all this was non-profit. Group, sorcery, group. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Then you went over there and you went and you fucked my shit up on the overflow. You put an error. But goddamn it, Elvisor, you're a whole hospital system. 29 open access, 15 gold, 6 hybrid. That's bullshit. We had 7 in 2023, 5 in 2024. Hell, I had 4 bronze medals, 9 green, 15 gold. He's a black man, business management and accountant, but disrespected. 15 awards in arts and humanities and 7 in psychology. But you put your names on that shit? Why? I don't even know none of you motherfuckers. But you put errors on my shit and then you fork the bullshit in my code. Hybrid. But it's illegal. Then you put group by it and then you went in and changed my shit. But my original shit is on my read-only chip over here. Then you put Windows. That Landry and them have. But this is my original binary. But you went in there and you fucking went in and fucked it up. And then you put children equals 0. Return all the answers or I be copy left. Then you went in there and put Google code, and changed the shit Qualtrics, and you've been doing the shit and send it out there, and you had me working for Google Mobile and on a retail demo. It's about pathetic. Vortex, you with Cloudflare, and it's pathetic how it went. When I did this shit with NASA, I wasn't doing it again. It's on that purple chip. No. I made a read-only chip at the library, stamped that son of a bitch, and bookmarked that motherfucker because of Adobe. And then they lost. And then, and then I just left the grace up there with Landry only because of Tiffany, Brandy, and Buffy. That's it. Because they ain't get shit. But I wasn't finna go and get in their pants either. Because I'm like, no, I got my ASS right here, but I don't even want you like that. Because pathetically, you're going to go back to the bullshit anyway. You don't get nowhere. Viewpoint gets paid for everything I post, thanks to Kaylin Lilly. This is the one she's still around after she got caught. And then all of a sudden, a week later, it got pathetic. No. I have to do with Mr. Landry. He's the top head here in Clayton County. And then head officer Leon. I just got to by transparency. I have to keep these motherfuckers. I bought these goddamn things because I didn't want to get caught on CO2 pistol. No, they are, and they know that. I keep them safeties on. I don't carry no pistols. I don't do no gangs. Thank you, Signal. I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. I wouldn't want them doing this to Landry. I wouldn't want them doing this to Leon. No, I would not want them doing this to Pete Hegseth. I wouldn't want them doing this to the top generals that were initiated there in the White House by Mr. Hegseth, who is the Secretary of, you already know, the Department of War under Trump. No, I ain't got no problem with Democrats. I'm gonna tell you something. I grew up a Democrat a long time. What happened was the disrespect. I got only respect from Mr. Johnson, Mayor Johnson, and the Democratic Party down there that love me where? In Savannah. That's on Grace. I'm sorry. My love is for Mayor Johnson that I'm going back to the Democratic Party if I went back to Savannah. That I asked Nancy Mason, I just want to leave Georgia, period. Only because my family hates me. My dad, he's mad about every receipt, Pastor Greg. Days in, that was disrespectful how you did that. Look, Hakeem Jeffries, I'm not calling you out here. We don't do that within Sector. Because I wouldn't want you doing that to Landry as a Caucasian man. I wouldn't want you doing that to Leon as a black man. Now, we're going to do it that way. We ain't going to put no parties in this thing. Let's do it this way. Okay? Like a strong divide. I know. On a retail demo, it got disrespectful. Assurance Metro that my recluses, they hear me in the oversight. God bless it today. There's daddy and mama in the oversight on Grace. God and Grace. They know I'm here. Look. You see him in the oversight. Guard the grim. That's savage. It's madness. And mama right there in the oversight. You ready, boy? Look, nephew right there in the oversight. On Grace. Look, Grace. Feel it. When they're acting wrong, mama got them ready in the oversight. Training this up. Madness. Everything is Eric McLaughlin. Dang. Madness. I keep 3 in there, and I got 2 downstairs. They're still there. At my tippy toes. Sometimes nephew would bite every now and then. But they hear me in the oversight. They're my biggest ones right there. Oh, Grace. God bless it today. Y'all hear me? Madness. Them are the 3 I was talking about. But that's mama right there on everything. April. They trained. They already knew I was coming up here. But see, they felt something different up here. They had them in sight up here, along with my cameras I had. I had them everywhere. Everywhere. You couldn't see them. You couldn't see them. And I got 1 in there. I keep 1 in that closet. I'm surprised they were in there. But see, they were already watching. The oversight. They knew something was wrong. They're trying to go in here. Almost fury. Love them. Grace. Remember, I told you I had 3. And sometimes they act bad. They just get rid of the son bitches and monkeys' ass. Hang them down. That was your warning shot. That way right there bigger than hell. That one right there, they ready. That's like you get your car up out of jail. If you cross me, you wouldn't even know it in the oversight. They're ready. On Grace. God bless today. Madness. Got 3 more big sons of bitches downstairs. They are everything I need. I can feel them, and it hurts when they walk on me. But I feel it in the oversight. But you won't know where I put these things. They're everywhere. I had a bunch of them set up. I was pissed off. But don't ever steal from me. One stays at 35B. See, I started stepping out for a minute, and they knew it. They went. I got 4 in there. There's some in there. So I don't worry about it. They watch my clothes. And whenever I put them on, they let me know. Mama just keeps her eyes on them, but they keep their eyes on the grim. They respect, so they know if you took something up out of here, because I don't use all cameras. I use them sons of bitches that you don't see in oversight. But they like them when it's dark, so I give them respect. I keep 3 behind my chair. That's what I said, when they came here and sprayed water on my floor, why? They made it better for me, because they're used to me being mad immersive. Because you know how immersive it comes from the corner of the screen? Look, they're in the corner of my walls. HUD, how you disrespected me. They sometimes sit on my bikes. On Grace. I just leave my clothes there, so they'll just bury there in case somebody steals it. Bite.